A huge update came out today for Phantasy Star Online 2, which includes a ton of new campaigns, new gameplay changes and balances, the addition of ultra hard difficulty and new triggers, AC scratch tickets, and more. There's a lot to cover in this update, but I'm going to do my best to condense it as much as possible without leaving out anything important. So let's get right into it. We have a ton of campaigns to go over, and a lot of these campaigns have really important rewards that you're not going to want to miss out on. First, we have the login rewards from the 23rd to the 30th. So for each day that you log in during this time, you're going to receive a Rappy Fever bonus key and 10 Lambda grinders. The Rappy Fever bonus keys are going to give you a bunch of gathering materials if you need those, or you can set it aside and trade it in for a Tokyo bonus key if you really want to. If you log in on at least 3 different days during this period, you're also going to receive a 45% augmentation aid and 5 augment transfer passes. The highest augmentation aid that you can normally get is the 40% augmentation aid, which you can get from the X-Cube shop. Depending on what you're affixing, that extra 5% is actually really important, so don't forget to grab this. From now up to January 6th, you can get rewards for doing Party Maneuvers 1 and Party Maneuvers 2. Party Maneuvers 1 will give you a gold bonus key, and Party Maneuvers 2 will give you the Bubblegum Balloon emote. You can accept these orders by talking to EO in the shopping area. We also have the Urgent Quest campaign from now to December 6th, which is going to give you rewards for doing Urgent Quests, not including Trigger Quests. So after 5 Urgent Quests, you're going to get 30 Star Gems. Then after 10 Urgent Quests, you're going to get another 50 Star Gems. And then once you get to 15 Urgent Quests, you'll get 5 Augment Transfer Passes. One of the more important campaigns is the Enhancement Boost campaign. This is going to be going on from the 23rd to the 29th, and it's going to give us 15% Enhancement Aid, 15% Augmentation Aid, 15% more experience when enhancing weapons, and 25% more towards Great Enhancement Rate. The 15% Augmentation Aid is one of the most important boosts that we're getting from this, so if you have any weapons or units that you need to upslot, or any complex affixing builds that you've been working on, this week is the time to do it. We're also going to be given 2 triggers as long as you log in before the 22nd of January. These are going to be the Barren Blossom trigger and the Solo Barren Blossom trigger. These are older triggers that you can already get from the Rising Weapon Badge shop, but the main reason that they're giving these out is due to the release of Ultra Hard difficulty for more triggers and urgent quests. Moving on, if you haven't started working through the story for episode 6, you're probably going to want to start doing that now. Unlike some of the other campaigns, you're going to have until the 19th of January to complete this. This is going to require you to complete 2 different quests within the story. One of them is in Chapter 1 and one of them is in Chapter 2. One of the reasons why this is so important is because if you complete Chapter 1, you'll actually receive a Rainbow bonus key, as well as 60 Star Gems. You're also going to get a cosmetic if you complete Chapter 2. The main thing I want to stress here though is the Rainbow Key. Rainbow Keys are extremely valuable for experience and loot, and there aren't going to be a whole lot of ways to obtain these, so it's actually really important to make sure you grab these whenever they put them out. After the 30th, we're going to switch over to a Star Gem campaign, where each day that you log in, you're going to receive 10 Star Gems, and then after logging in 3 days, you'll receive 30 Star Gems. During this week, we're also going to have a Concert Boost, which is going to make the concert effect bonus that you get at the end of a concert 3 times as strong as usual. This means you'll be getting a 75% rare drop rate, a 75% Meseta rate, and a 75% experience rate. Since this is going on from December 30th to January 6th, remember that on PSO2 day you could use this to get an even bigger boost towards bonus keys, farming, or whatever you want to do. Also related to this campaign, if you log in during this time period, you will be receiving these 4 cosmetics. So if you're interested in any of these, just make sure you grab them after you log in. Then at the very bottom we have the Arcs League Fishing Tournament. This is going to be a change of pace since the last few Arcs Leagues that we had were focused on killing enemies. I know that is a lot of campaigns to remember, so here's a chart that I made in case you need help remembering what you need to do, when you need to do it, and why you need to do it. So if you need this chart, just make sure you screenshot it and save it somewhere where you can get to it. They also announced a new Twitter campaign, which will end on March 27th, where all users will be getting rewards based on how many followers the official PSO2 Twitter has by March 27th. You won't be able to claim these rewards until a later date, but when they are released, all you have to do is go up to your Physiphone and you'll get the rewards. These rewards will include a 1 million experience ticket, a rainbow bonus key, 2 weapon camos, augment transfer passes, up to a total of 150 Star Gems, and the Haggith Femt emote. They're also going to be giving away 200 AC to everybody that completes their new survey. You won't be able to receive the 200 AC until January 19th though. Now we can finally start getting into the new in-game features. First thing we want to go over is the Buildup Photon arts. These were called Complex Photon arts in the JP version of the game, but we're going to be calling them Buildup Photon arts instead. Buildup Photon arts are different from normal Photon arts in that they don't cost PP, but instead will cost a number of stocks. You will be accumulating stocks as you're fighting enemies, up to a max of 3 stocks. Build-up Photon arts are only available for the Hunter class, Fighter class, Ranger class, Gunner class, Braver class, and the Bouncer class. And each of these build-up Photon arts will cost a different amount of stock. Next, we're finally getting more ultra-hard urgent quests. Ultra-hard difficulty has been added to the Raging Obsidian Arm and Elder of the Unfathomable Abyss, Barren Blossom Corruptor of All, Barren Blossom Butcher of Light, Crimson Fellworm over the Castle, Black Fellworm Rises from Ruin, Wisdom Incarnate, and Longing for Omniscience. We will also be getting ultra-hard exclusively on these triggers: Mother Omnipotent Creator, Mother Omnipotent Shatterer, and Mining-Based Defense Training VR. You can see that the trigger-exclusive ultra-hard urgent quests are now in the Rising Weapon 5 badge shop, and they will cost 8 Rising Weapon badge 5s for each trigger. You can now obtain level 17 Photon arts and techniques from the X-Cube exchange, so if you're missing level 17 on some of your Photon arts or techniques, you can max them out by grabbing some of these. We also have the new 15-star collection folder. You'll be able to earn these by completing urgent quests and trigger quests. So if you are running a lot of urgent quests and trigger quests, you might want to start working on some of these. If you talk to Zig, we can now get Schvelle Units. This is going to require 1 Clesis unit, as well as 30 Schvelle boosters. If you don't know how to get Schvelle boosters, you can actually get them at the Rising Weapon Badge 4 exchange shop. We have a new ultimate quest that's available called Ship Infiltration Enemy Battleship. This is the first ultra-hard ultimate quest, and you can only enter into this with 4 players. This is actually a really interesting quest. There are a bunch of 15-star weapons you can get as drops, but there are also some augments that are going to be dropping from here that are important as well. This includes Soul Catalysts, Factor Catalysts, and Reverie Catalysts. So this is going to be a new way that we can farm these catalysts, and not only is it going to be dropping these, but it's also going to be dropping gold and silver prize medals. This quest is going to have you advancing through an enemy ship while defeating Luminex. While advancing through the ship, you want to avoid touching these lasers, otherwise it will trigger defenses on the ship. Since this quest has so many Luminex, this is probably the best way to work on your collection file weapons, instead of waiting for the Armada of Annihilation urgent quest. We also have a new time attack quest called Rush Practice Dark Vestiges. This quest is actually a requirement for one of Coffee's orders that will allow you to increase your build-up Photon Arts stock capacity. I just finished a run of Solo Barren Blossom on Ultra Hard, and as you can see, after getting S rank on this, it actually gave me an ultimate booster. So if you're still working on getting enough ultimate boosters to make a Rivalate weapon, this is one way you could start getting it consistently. Not only did I get an ultimate booster out of this, but there are also a lot of titles related to the Ultra Hard triggers and urgent quests. For completing it on Ultra Hard, you will receive a 4-slot Augment Insurance. For getting S rank, you will get a 45% Augmentation Aid. Then, for each class that you get S rank on, you will get 100 Rising Weapon Badge 5s. Last, we have some adjustments to some of the classes and weapons. For Fighter, the critical rate of critical strike is going to be increased, and they are removing the extended cooldown time of Overload Safeguard. For Bouncer, Photon Blade's Fever is going to last longer. For Etoll, the countdown time of Overdrive stock is going to be reduced. For Twin Daggers, the potency of most of the Photon Arts has been increased. For Double Saber, the attack range on normal attacks has been increased, and the attack range of sidestep strikes has been increased, while also increasing the potency of Whirlwind attack. And for Knuckles, we have increased potency on the 3rd normal attack, as well as increased potency on most of the Photon Arts. If you go to look at the scratch ticket machines, you'll see that we have a new AC scratch as well as the support items pack again. It's going to be really nice having the support items pack, considering we now have the affix bonus again. The new AC Scratch Frame Arms Reloaded has a number of nice cosmetics. There are some nice mech outfits, some standard outerwear and basewear, but what's really nice about this AC Scratch is the cast parts. There are a ton of really awesome cast parts. There are a number of hairstyles and accessories as well, and a lot of these accessories will look really good on cast characters. And there are 5 different weapon camos you can get from this. The Scratch also includes 4 emotes, Dance 30, Flying Base 1, Flying Base 2, and Juden Kun. That's all I have to say about this update. There was a lot to cover and I tried my best to condense it, while still keeping all the important details intact. I'll probably cover some of these topics more in depth in the future, but until then, if you liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.